ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests, and my fellow citizens of this beautiful planet Earth. Today, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine the world we once had. A world where the skies were blue and endless. Where rivers sang songs of purity. Where forests stretched far beyond the horizon. And where animals roamed free under the vast golden sun. Now, open your eyes, and look around. What do we see? Smoke where there was once sky. Silence where there was once birdsong. Floods where there was once farmland. Heat where there was once harmony. This is not a movie scene. This is our reality, the reality of climate change. Seedling a warning we can no longer ignore. For decades, scientists have warned us that our actions are destroying the delicate balance of our planet. We were told about melting glaciers, rising sea levels, vanishing forests, and dying coral reefs. And we ignored it. We said, it's just a phase. We said, technology will fix it. We said, it's not my problem. But now the phase has turned into a crisis. Technology cannot replace nature. And the problem belongs to all of us. From the floods in Pakistan to the wildfires in California. From the heat waves in Europe to the droughts in Africa. The message is the same. The earth is crying out for help. Fire the cost of our comfort. We humans have achieved great things. We have built skyscrapers, explored the moon, and created digital worlds out of thin air. But in the process, we have also cut down the very forests that give us oxygen. We have polluted the very rivers that give us water. We have burned the very fuels that keep us alive, and turned them against ourselves. Isn't it tragic? That the species blessed with intelligence is using it for self-destruction. Every time we waste food, every time we throw plastic into the sea, every time we leave the lights on unnecessarily. We are adding another wound to this planet. The earth doesn't need saving from itself. It needs saving from us. Globe showing Americas, but there is hope. Yet, my friends, let us not despair. Because the story of humanity has never been about giving up, it has always been about rising up. Yes, glaciers are melting, but awareness is rising. Yes, species are disappearing, but compassion is reawakening. Yes, time is running out, but so are our excuses. All around the world, people are standing up. Young activists marching in the streets. Innovators creating green technologies. Communities planting trees, cleaning oceans, and switching to renewable energy. They are proof that change is possible. And that it starts not with governments, not with corporations, but with you and me. Sun behind small clouds, small actions, big impact. Turn off the tap when brushing your teeth. Use a reusable bottle instead of plastic. Plant 1 tree, or 1,000. Walk when you can, cycle when you can, speak up when you must. It may seem small. But remember, a single raindrop begins a storm. A single candle breaks the darkness. And a single voice, your voice, can inspire a generation. Globe showing Asia Australia a responsibility and a promise. We owe it to the children of tomorrow to act today. Because one day, they will ask us. What did you do when the earth was dying? And we must be able to answer with pride. I stood up. I changed. I fought for this planet. Climate change is not just an environmental issue, it's a moral issue, a human issue, a survival issue. We can no longer afford the luxury of indifference. We must choose courage over comfort, action over apathy, and sustainability over greed. Let's rise together. Let us rise, as guardians, not destroyers. Let us rise, as protectors, not polluters. Let us rise, as one human family sharing one home. The earth is not ours to exploit, it is ours to protect. And if we do that, future generations will not remember us as the generation that destroyed the planet, but as the one that saved it. So let us walk out of here today with a promise. A promise to live wisely, to love deeply, and to act bravely. Because the time for waiting is over. The time for action is now. Sun with face conclusion. My friends, the climate crisis is not the end of our story, it is the beginning of our awakening. If we unite, if we care, if we act, we can turn this crisis into an opportunity. The earth is calling. The future is watching. And history will remember what we choose today. So let us stand together. For the forests, for the oceans, for the air we breathe. And for the only home we will ever have. Globe showing Europe Africa, let us stand for the earth, because when we save the earth, we save ourselves. For millions of years, the earth maintained a perfect balance, every drop of rain had a purpose, every gust of wind carried life, and every creature played a role in the grand design of creation. But somewhere along the way, we humans forgot that we were a part of nature, not masters over it. We started taking more than we needed, building more than we could sustain, and destroying more than we could replace. And now, that balance is breaking. The earth is not angry, it is responding. Floods, fires, and storms are not punishments, they are warnings. Warnings that time is running out, and that our actions today will decide whether our children inherit a paradise or a wasteland. Climate change is not a war we can see. It has no soldiers, no tanks, no explosions, and that is why it is so dangerous. It creeps silently into our air, our oceans, and our soil. It hides in melting glaciers, in the droughts that kill crops, in the diseases that spread with heat. And by the time we realize its power, it may already be too late. But hope still breathes in every act of awareness, in every seed planted, in every young voice demanding justice for the planet. We cannot leave this fight to governments and scientists alone. Climate change is not someone else's problem, it is everyone's duty. Each of us has the power to make choices that either heal or harm. When you turn off a light, you save energy. When you plant a tree, you give life. When you speak up, you awaken others. The smallest act of care can start a chain of change. Because when billions of people make one small change each, together, they move mountains. Think about it. The golden sunsets that paint the skies. The rhythm of rain on rooftops. The fragrance of wet soil after a storm. The laughter of children playing under open skies. This is what we are fighting for. We are not just saving trees or ice caps, we are saving memories, moments, and life itself. We are fighting for a future where nature and humanity exist in harmony, not in battle. Yes, the challenge is great. Yes, the odds are high. But if history has taught us anything, it is that humanity shines brightest in the darkest times. We have conquered disease, built civilizations from ashes, and crossed oceans to explore the unknown. We can do this too. The power to change lies not in fear, but in faith. Faith that our actions matter. Faith that together, we can rebuild what has been broken. Faith that it is never too late to do what is right. Let us make a promise, not just in words, but in deeds. A promise that we will not remain silent when the earth cries for help. A promise that we will teach our children to love the planet, not exploit it. A promise that we will live simply, so others, including animals, forests, and oceans, may simply live. Because the earth does not belong to us, we belong to the earth. My friends, the choice is in our hands. We can continue walking the path of destruction. Or we can take a new road, one paved with respect, awareness, and care. The clock is ticking, the future is watching, and history will judge us by what we do next. Let us not be remembered as the generation that looked away, but as the generation that looked within and chose to act. Because when we protect the earth, we protect our home, our health, our humanity, and our hope.